Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. School has been in session now for 2 whole days, so I wanted you to join me for the beginning of the year school adventure. I personally believe that the first few days of school is when you focus on those procedures and rules that you're going to have within the classroom. You want to have a little bit of fun, but you really want to make sure that you're going to focus on what is expected within your classroom. That way you can have a fun and exciting year. If you do not put those rules into place just at the very beginning, you're going to have a crazy year. Since, as I just mentioned, I focus a lot on those procedures the first 2 days, I'm not going to bore you with a lot of detail. However, I do want to just hit on the highlights of what we do. As my students come in, I always stand there and welcome them through the doorway. That way we just have a pleasant atmosphere within the classroom and they know that I really am very happy that they are there. I then direct them to go to the spot within the room where there is an All About Me paper. And since I do have a superhero theme within my room this year, I made sure that our All About Me paper was superhero related this year. And I did get this off of TPT, so I'll make sure that I put that in the description below. As the students were getting finished, I went ahead and directed them to come down to the floor and I began to read this superhero school book. Now this book does focus a lot on math, but I feel it is very important for all of the teachers within the school to support all of the subjects within their grade level. Having a smooth transition into reading this book really made sure that nobody was sitting there just twiddling their thumbs. And also everyone was included within this activity because they could all hear me as I read. Now that everyone was finished with their All About Me papers, I showed them where the turn-in basket was. One very important thing for the students to be aware of is our morning assignment. Each day that the students come in, there is a PowerPoint displayed. The PowerPoint shows them step by step what they are to do each morning. When the students come in, they need to turn off their phone and place them in the treasure box. Therefore, I went ahead and had their students go through this procedure. Then the PowerPoint shows them exactly what they need at their desk at that time, and then it tells them to put their backpack away. Of course, we needed to walk right through that. We do a lot of group collaboration within my classroom, so I need to make sure that those students know where their voice level should be. I can't have them shouting within the classroom. And I can't have them talking so low that their other group members can't hear them. So we do a lot of practicing on that first day. I also want them communicating with each other so that it's not so boring that first day. I went ahead and just let them come up with their own conversations. It's like I told them, you're middle schoolers. I know you love to talk. You don't need a sentence starter. Come up with something. So they really enjoyed this particular time and they did a great job at giving me their attention when I requested it. After that, I pulled up a PowerPoint of our classroom constitution and reviewed a portion of that with them. One area we looked at was the classroom procedures. We also looked at the 8 expectations for living. We had a discussion on how all of these could simply be categorized as treating each other with mutual respect. After our discussion, I provided them with strips of paper. On the paper, the students wrote why they felt it was important to work together as a team, follow our class procedures, and show mutual respect to each other. I was extremely impressed with the answers that I received on why we should follow those classroom procedures. They mentioned that we are a team, and if we collaborate with one another because we were all unique and special, we can conquer more. They mentioned building social skills by following those classroom procedures and expectation. They also said that if we show mutual respect towards one another, that no one is going to get hurt mentally or physically. So this really showed me the depth of their thought process towards these procedures and expectations. I feel feel that it's really important to always provide the students with a learning experience. Therefore, I have a Google Classroom called Early Finishers. I have the students go ahead and add that particular site at this time. And on the Google Classroom, I make sure that I include a multitude of subjects on there. Again, even though I am an ELA teacher, I find it very important to support the other subjects within the school. While some students were working on the Early Finishers website, I began pulling them back individually and completed a very quick assessment with them. It allowed me to check for fluency, vocabulary, and comprehension. Once we were done with that, we moved on and I completed an all about me or getting to know the teacher PowerPoint. The only other thing we were really able to accomplish was a required PowerPoint on computer safety. All in all, it was an awesome and super productive day. Thank you so much for watching. And remember to be proud of your work, productive in your day, and positively joyful.